The souks, the markets, the cafes, the food. This city has it all. You could spend hours and hours exploring the maze of alleyways of Fes and not stumble across the same alleyway twice. In fact, there's almost the danger of getting lost in the twisted alleyways of Fes El Bali due to its sheer size and complexity. Today I spent wandering the charming markets and stalls that line the main alleyway called Route Al Askira, serves as the main artery of Fes. Each stall had its own charm, its own quirk, selling everything from spices and delicious pastry snacks to carpets and knickknacks like lanterns, toys and more. What was nice to see was that it wasn't just tourists browsing their wares, but also locals too. I'd say there was an even proportion of locals and tourists, which goes to show that these markets aren't just for the tourists. One thing to remember here is make sure you haggle if you're new to the country. If you even look the slightest bit foreign, be prepared to be given a high price to start with. Like with any country, folks here will try and get a good price for your wares, and it's perfectly reasonable to haggle the price back down. As it approached midday, I split from my group and weaved in and out of the people and animals wandering through the tight alleys. Parched and exhausted, but mainly looking for some more of that lush mint tea, I entered one of the many cafes that dot the streets of Fes. This particular cafe was called Cafe Smile, and boy did it put a smile on my face. It was a beautiful terrace which overlooked the souks beneath, surrounded by colorful curtains and carpets. There was a lone Japanese tourist here, and we discovered that it was both of our first days here in this crazy city. She told me about this wonderful place to eat which had breathtaking views of all of Fes. So after we exchanged details, I took her advice and made my way to Restaurant Seke Aya and made my way up the winding stairs to the promised stunning cinematic view of the city. I'll be sharing the cinematic view of Fes in my next post. The city of Fes, Morocco.